declared at that time. Now we move to item 3, public participation. Item 3.1, the public forum, and we've got Sam Butcher from the Imagination Station who's with us this morning. Sam, good morning. Thank you very much indeed for coming along. You've got 5 minutes to address the council on anything you choose to talk to us about. Away you go.
Thank you very much for having me here this morning. It's wonderful to be able to speak to you all in this format. It's a wonderful thing. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sam Butcher. I'm the Managing Director at the Imagination Station. There you go. Is that going to make it easier for you to hear me? I'm Managing Director at Imagination Station, and we are a charity that is grassroots here in Christchurch that works with Lego education, and we're working with your Central City Library, Tauranga, and it's a beautiful opportunity to be partnering with you, and so here I am. Now, before getting into things too seriously, I'd like to really thank this council for your support over the years, specifically Vicky Buck and Jamie Goff for supporting us through your CCHL directors fees a couple of years ago. We literally wouldn't be here without that. So thank you very much for your support and the wider support that you represent from the city. Now the reason I'm here this morning is twofold. Firstly, I wanted to personally give you an update on how things are going for Imagination Station in Tauranga. And secondly, I'd like to share with you some of our recent experiences regarding fundraising and consider some of the council's own outlined priorities in the long-term plan. So firstly, Tauranga, it's a beautiful building, well done, and it's been a real privilege to work with this council in activating that building. When we first started discussing with the libraries about what synergies there might be and how we would activate the building, we weren't really sure how that would look, but I have some statistics which may be of interest to you that really show what a success this partnership has been. So based on the first 6 months, we're expecting to see approximately 120,000 people through our space alone in Tauranga. Now that's a significant increase from the 47,000 we expected the year before that, and so that's a huge growth which is testament to the success of the building. Now we've taken hundreds and hundreds of surveys from the public who use our space, and we've learnt that 55% of our visitors come to Tauranga specifically for Imagination Station, which is an excellent success for us, but also for Tauranga itself. And as we survey them further, we learn that 55% of those, so that's about 70,000 extra visitors to Tauranga, and 80% of those people are also using library services while they're coming to Imagination Station. So that shows a huge synergy in the partnership. If we take a wider perspective of what impact this has on the central city, we learn that 61% of our visitors also go on to use other activities and other shops in the central city. So it's really activating the city as a whole, which is fantastic. Now, we also ask our visitors why they come, and we typically get answers that fall into 4 key areas. They come to spend quality time with family, which is a brilliant thing for the city. They come to learn. We run a range of education classes that a diverse range of people come to. They come to be creative, and they come to relax. And that's a huge success in our eyes because that's what we're trying to achieve. But I think it's also a huge testament to success of the council that this building has enabled that to be prioritised, and also that you have a community below you who are willing and able to engage in these kinds of activities, which is a real success. Our visitors are, as it says, actively learning, they're excited for the future, and they're inspired, which is a great thing for this community that you represent. Now, the second thing I quickly wanted to touch on was a bit about Imagination Station's position going forward. As you've been able to see, Tauranga itself has had immense benefits for us, but there has been 2 costs that we've noticed. The first cost is that most of our public visitors now assume that we are a council initiative, which is wonderful for all of you, but unfortunately has represented itself in a 76% decrease in public donations, which is a serious threat to us, and we're taking that quite seriously. It's a serious challenge. And secondly, a number of our key funders, including this council unfortunately, have suggested that our move into Tauranga should mean that we need specifically a lot less funding. Now, unfortunately, that's simply not true. Despite having over 60 volunteers working for us now, our largest expense always has been and continues to be staffing. Now, given our 115% increase in visitors, we actually need more funding now than we have previously, and so that's a serious consideration. I trust that all of you are aware that your own long-term plan says that this city should be a city of recreation, fun and creativity, And so we believe that we represent that. And so as you come to consider the Strengthening Communities Fund later on this year, I humbly ask that you would keep that priority in mind, keep our successes in mind, and keep the impact that we're having in the region in mind. I hope you've found it helpful to learn a little bit about us. I'm conscious that we do only have 5 minutes, and so I'll open it up for questions if we have time for that. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening.
And unfortunately, you haven't left time for questions.
Sure.
Your presentation took exactly 5 minutes, so the timing
Brilliant.
was perfect. But thank you very much indeed for the update. Recreation, fun and creativity clearly is what your activity represents, and we've understood very clearly the message that you brought this
Brilliant.
morning. So thank you very much indeed for doing
Thanks,
so.
Andrew.
Thank you.